Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is a tech tip brought to you by Sonic Academy. This one is all about the Neuro phaser. Neuro flange or Neuro Reese kind of thing is an effect. It's a sort of a filler thing that's real popular with the Noisia crew and the Vision and Invisible label artists like Evil Intent, Upbeats, Black Sun Empire, those kind of groups. This sound pops up a lot. And it has nothing to do with the actual Reese. It has to do with what they do to the Reese. So say I have a Reese here. Good stuff. Now, the oldest kind of resampling, well, that's probably not true. The kind of resampling that gets talked about a lot when it comes to neuro stuff, being like, how do you make these crazy neuro sounds? Oh, you got to resample. Well, the sort of the most basic reason why you do that is to do with Unison. Regular synth Unison that is actually responsible for creating the Reese in the first place is not something that you can do in post. Choruses and flangers and that kind of thing approximate it in an interesting way, but actual Unison is what's called a voice effect, which is to say that it is effect brought to you by playing more than one version of the same sound at once. So if you have like 5 Unison voices, this is what we're doing, and then we do things like we change like the pitch of a couple and the phase and starting or whatever, and that's just creates the sound. So if you get 2 of them together, change the pitch very slightly, we get a very loud. There we go. We get that effect, which is super cool. Now, this is basically what I want to talk about. That's how you do that kind of thing. And they were talking about, Gigantor from Evil Intent actually talked to me on Reddit about how this worked. And he would say that they would use Logic's EXS24 or Reason's NNXT as samplers to do this. I guess you could do this in Contact as well. You might be thinking, well, what does FL have to do this kind of thing? It turns out you can actually do this with a sampler. I'm going to engage the... there we go, just so that I can stop it when I hit the play. So, right off the bat, there's not really any obvious sort of way for you to think that you can do Unison other than playing 2 notes together, which is actually kind of a hilarious thing, because we have this function tab, which is full of MIDI-based effects. Things like a delay, arpeggiator, and keyboard tracking, all these things that are actually MIDI-based, which is to say that the arpeggiator accomplishes what it does by actually playing new MIDI data based on the MIDI that you're playing. It sort of processes it in a new way to play something else. Same deal with the echo. It's actually playing more than one note. If I were to up the pitch, you see that it play the echo out. That's the idea of its echo. So with this in mind, if we go to 2, or say 1 extra, we have 1 extra echo, and we make it, a really small change and a really small delay. Oh, check it out. We've actually got this. This trick actually was shown to me a long time ago by Afixa. I just forgot about it. And I can kind of see why I'd forget about it, because it isn't, again, super obvious. But this now allows me to sort of in real time, in a playable way, have this sound, versus doing it manually and having it kind of just in the playlist, which, I mean, it's not that inefficient given the way that a lot of these sounds are written in audio and arranged in audio with drums and sequencing, that kind of thing. This is pretty much par for the course for the kind of work you could be expected to do. But if you're into doing it with a sampler and sort of playing it for real, you could do that too, which is kind of nice. Anyway, that was the tech tip. If you have any questions about this, let me know. And as usual, have a nice day.